Hey everybody, this is this is Team Double Kill. I'm not gonna introduce myself. You know who I am by now. God. So we're back. We're back
I'm
after spring
Marby.
break. Yeah, we're back after spring break, and spring break was crazy, and
And just a lot of shit in general with
a lot of shit in
everybody.
general happened just to everybody. There's some shit we're not gonna talk about, some shit we are gonna talk about. But right now we're just gonna shoot shit at each other because we love each other. All of us are friends here. And
So,
what?
dude, did you hear about Evil Within 2?
Oh no, I haven't actually.
There's job postings for Evil Within.
All right, see you guys. I'm gonna go sign up for that right now.
Let's
Alright, and
go do it.
while Bobby's gone, I'm gonna introduce Cameron.
Hey, Cameron's here too.
Oh, what? Oh,
Kill
hey,
Cam
man.
versus it's Kill Cam versus Team Double Kill
It's crossover.
podcast. Yeah,
But Cameron's a part of Team Double Kill, Mark.
I know, but I'm trying to sell shit, okay?
Well, then it would be it would be Double Kill podcast versus Kill Cam.
It's
Kill
Cam
Cam
X
versus
kill.
There
Double
you go.
Till
Double Till. That we keep fucking that up. We keep calling
I
it
know.
Double Till.
Double
because it's
kill.
funny.
Double till.
Double Till. I fuck it up sometimes on accident.
I don't.
Double
Hey,
tilt.
to have some kind of continuity between episodes. Hey, Mark, you remember that guy I mentioned earlier that was selling the Saturns?
Yeah.
He's 2 hours away in Bullard.
Oh,
Yeah, as far as fuck.
Bet you he makes them.
Yo, that'd be dope.
He just fucking makes it.
He's
Somehow.
got a factory.
I bet you inside of that shit, there's just like a little Raspberry Pi, and he's 3D printing the outside of the Dreamcast and Sega Saturns, and he's just emulating off the Raspberry Pi.
And he ejaculated in it.
That's all right. Yeah, why not?
Oh, man.
Here's a little bit of me to you.
Alright, guys. If there was one celebrity.
Nah, we're not doing that again.
There's one celebrity you could fuck.
Vin Diesel. Wait, what'd you say?
Don't worry about it, man.
Immediately, just randomly go out and just like smash one right now. But I like to like meet and like maybe have something with because I'm a nice guy. Let me think about that.
Okay.
That's
You
hard.
know what? Okay. For Bobby, what celebrity would you marry? You can't pick Lil Yachty.
Like Mary, like right
Damn it.
now,
Yeah,
Daisy Ridley. Fuck everybody else.
you right.
mhm.
You right.
I can't go wrong with that. She's beautiful. Mm.
You right. You're right, Bobby. You can't go wrong with that. Unless she becomes with the dark side.
I am the dark side. I'm black, dude.
Oh. Well.
Looks like the black side. The dark side is coming to her. Nah, I'm not like that.
Coming inside her.
Jesus.
I don't know why, but I have this question. I don't know why I'm on this theme of celebrity shit, but alright. Let's say you were caught in the ring with Boss Rutan.
Me?
Yes, everybody's gonna have a chance.
What
How
the
many
fuck?
rounds? How many rounds do you think you would last?
Like 2 maybe. Fuck, but it's Boss Rootin', dude.
Fucking one?
Maybe probably 1.
And not
like,
even all of it?
Yeah, like probably 1. Dude, he fucking KOs people with body shots. Like he breaks people's livers.
That's his thing.
Like that's not dude. Like fuck that. If I can like train a little bit, like a couple like maybe months beforehand, maybe 2. But at my current position, like maybe 1. I don't know, dude. Like that's just too much. That's just fucked up. Like that's actually one person I would actually be scared to get in the ring with, like just in general. Besides Mike Tyson, like if I woke up and I was dressed in like gear and like my opponent is like Boss Rutan or Mike Tyson or fucking like what's that, or Scott Adkins or something, or Donnie Yen or some shit like that, and then fuck me, like I'm just dead. Like that's it.
Who the fuck?
I wonder who that was.
What?
Mhm.
Don't
But
worry about it.
let's talk about the elephant in the room real quick. Mass Effect
AIDS.
Andromeda is pretty
Wait,
Oh.
bad.
Oh my god, dude! I'm so
real quick.
mad at myself. I'm really thinking about returning it. See if I
no.
can get a refund
You
for it.
can't. It's too late,
Is it that bad?
dude. Okay, so
Is that the one with the
here's-
weird running
here's-
animation?
Yeah.
Yeah,
here's-
it's
Here's the whole controversy about it. They hired a cosplayer who has little to no experience, and I say little because it is on her resume that she has on animating stuff. She was the lead facial animator for the game, but apparently she also did other stuff in the game as well. And this is just what I'm hearing. All right, you can look this up for yourself and Google it if I'm being incorrect or whatever. But this is what I'm hearing. Like she, had like little to no experience, and she worked on the game, and then whenever people were like, wait, why the fuck did you hire this person to be your lead facial animator or any animator at all? Like, she looks like she's just into sales. She's a cosplayer. And, like, she's not a very famous cosplayer, I don't think. So then like BioWare and EA were like, oh no, she doesn't work here. Like she never did anything. She didn't do shit. And then they revoked her employee like employment status at BioWare. And then if you look back on her resume, it just changed. It changed from lead facial animator just to lead animator, or just the animator. That's all it said. So like they try to cover it up like when people started getting attention to it. And just the game by itself, like the concept of the game is okay. Like the the technical stuff of the game, like how they thought like the stuff would work, like with the abilities and stuff like that. Like that part's awesome. Like how they thought it out was awesome. It's just the execution is fucking poor. It's like it's not piss poor, but it's like, let's put it this way: the game's been out since Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
I'm only on the second world. The first world is a tutorial, okay? I'm only on the second world because I'm not interested in playing it that much. Like there's just a bunch of little little stuff in the game that just doesn't add up. And like there's a bunch, like for instance, like there to get like in Mass Effect 1 you had the little rover vehicle, whatever. You have that back in Mass Effect.
The Mako, yeah, the Mako.
Yeah, or it's called something different now, but you have this little, I think it's called something different. But you have this little rover in Mass Effect Andromeda now, and to get in it, you hold down Y, all right, to get in it. So like me not looking away from it, me not looking at the screen and looking at my phone, I held down Y to get out, right? If you hold down Y when you're inside the fucking like the rover, it'll teleport you back to the ship. Like you'll leave back into orbit, and you have to like go land back and go fucking spawn the thing again. And I was like, why the fuck did they do that? So it's actually B button to get out of the rover, which I thought was fucking stupid. I was like, why would you do that? Like that's dumb as fuck. And there's just a bunch of small shit in the game that just doesn't work properly. And of course you guys have known there's glitches everywhere and shit like that. I actually ran into like a reloading glitch where I couldn't fucking reload my gun, or like experience kept popping up on my screen like over and over and over, and I'm just like, fucking stop. Like there's a bunch of small shit that just doesn't work. So execution for the game is like it's not great, but the technical stuff, like stuff that like they were thinking, like I can see where they're going with it. That part was like, oh man, that would have been really cool if this actually fucking worked out. Multiplayer is awesome though. Multiplayer is great. I had a lot of fun playing multiplayer with the people that I play with, my friends. But like everything else is fucked. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just probably gonna give like, I can see that game being a 6. Like I think the overall score for it is like a 6.5 or a 7.
So it's not unplayable.
It's not unplayable. It's
its...
just not very fun. Like it's everything that was wrong with Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 3 is now in this game. Like
shit.
So if Mass Effect 2 is still by far the best like Mass Effect, I think. My personal opinion.
I never was able to get into it. Like I remember our friend Jennifer and of course Mark, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you should play it." To the point where one of them loaned me like the first one, and like I made my character. I think it was like Chris Brown Shepherd. It's like my name, and that was like as much fun as I had with that game. That was it. And there was this one like species in the game that I liked talking to that like talked weird. I think they talked backwards or something.
The Hanar. It was probably the Hanar that talked really slow.
Yeah.
Like, they had like no emotion.
Yeah.
They just put that in the game. They should be like have something. Like Mass Effect 1 isn't the best, but I honestly will say Mass Effect 1 is better than Mass Effect 3 is better than Andromeda. 3 is better than 1, and 2 is better than 3. So.
Okay. I was trying to follow that, but yeah, I see that.
Like.
Yeah, I don't know. That's.
2's definitely on top. I'm just like, God, this is like, what the fuck.
Cam, did you ever play Mass Effect?
Oh yeah, I love the shit out of all 3 of them.
Oh really? Oh well, shit.
Yeah, that's what makes me kind of sad about hearing about this one, because I wanted to get it. And
like, if you're a big fan and you can look past all the little shit in the game, like, get it. But
yeah,
just keep in mind that, fuck, man. Like for me, it's like it's not. It's fun to an extent. Like I'll play the game and I'll be getting tired. You know how like you get to the point where you're getting tired and like, okay, I'm gonna turn this off, and like you have like a certain will to like keep playing the game. Like whenever I get tired and I'm playing Mass Effect Andromeda, like I'll turn it off. Like I'll just be like, okay, I'm tired, I'm going to sleep. It's not one of those games where it's like, okay, hey, I'm gonna play like 2 more matches of multiplayer or something. I was like, oh shit, it's 3. Man, I can play 1 more match. You know, I could get up to 8, but like it's not one of those games for me. Like it's fun up to an extent. The story, the fucking writing for the game is like, it's not atrocious. It's pretty fucking like cringy. Like there's some parts of it that I was like, why the fuck would you say that? And like there's parts in the game where like people will like do certain animation, like they'll smile or something, and it just looks fucking scary. Like just out of nowhere. It's like they'll be happy when they're trying to say something, so they'll be talking while they're smiling, like really big, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like it's just like weird shit like that. But if you can look past all that, which I kind of can, it's just like even the gameplay portion of it is just like it's all right. Like the story is okay. Like I kind of already can kind of guess what's going to happen in the story. Like I pretty much like knew from the get go like who was gonna live and like what was gonna happen and like
Are you
know,
still Shepard or?
no, it's 600 years later actually. It's
Oh, so
600
you're-
years later after 3. The Shepherd story is
What?
officially over. And
What
you're playing,
happens?
you're
Can you ruin
playing-
it for me?
yeah. Okay.
At the
So
end of
basically,
3?
what happens is you're Shepherd. You're part of the N7 group, and like you have to fight these things. You discover these aliens called the Reapers, who basically come every like couple millions or billions of years, whatever, to come reset the universe, whatever, or the galaxy. So you basically like you find out what's keeping them all like together, and like at the end of the third game, you get like an ending where you get to basically either destroy all synthetic life, merge synthetic life, or just like there's 3 different endings for the game, and then basically however you ended it. Apparently, the true ending was if you destroy the Mass Effect relays, which doesn't allow anyone to communicate. Apparently, that was the true ending, and people didn't like that, so they had to make another whole other ending for the game. So, I'm guessing what happened actually was because people didn't like how that Mass Effect ended, and they were like, okay, well, let's keep making Mass Effect, but let's make it completely different than just like make a new story. So now you're playing as someone who's someone called a Pathfinder because Earth is running out of resources, or the I'm sorry, the Milky Way is running out of resources, so now you're trying to find a new planet for mainly humans, or like you're trying to find a new like planet for mainly humans to live and thrive on. So you get shipped off to the nearest galaxy, which is Andromeda, which is the closest to the Milky Way galaxy. So it takes 600 years of you being in cryo sleep or something like that, and then you get up and of course that's where shit goes wrong, of course, because how else would a video game happen? And now you're just like some guy who is just like, yeah, my dad's the Pathfinder, and like we're gonna go save like the human race and all this other shit, and just that's pretty much what it is now.
Oh,
I
okay.
can already tell like where this shit's going. I was like, I already know what the fuck's gonna happen,
Hmm.
just based on everything else.
See, even that doesn't even rustle my jimmies.
Yeah, it's just you're a new guy and you're looking for a new like home, and that's it. It's pretty basic. It's like that's kind of like a trendy like thing for the future. It's like, okay, eventually, yeah, like Earth is going to be like void of resources, and humans are trying to. We're even doing that now. We're thinking about terraforming Mars. So it's like it's not really a new concept.
Isn't that a
Like, it's-
game? Terraforma?
Terraforma?
Yeah.
I
Or
don't know,
Terra something? Terraria?
Yeah,
Terraria?
Terraria's a game. That's a fun
Oh.
ass game. It's a game we should actually all play, but Mark never got into it.
I'll buy it.
Pretty fun. Actually, Mark actually has it because I have it. So
Oh, well, shit. Well, there we go. We can
I think it's
we can
fucking
all
fun as
play
shit.
it.
It'd be interesting and tilting.
Game is fucking fun.
I've never. You know what? I've also found myself to be more like lately. I don't know why. Like everything you just said about Mass Effect, I probably wouldn't like it if I played it on Mass Effect. But if you took that same premise and you took it into like, what are those graphics? The Beat Cop graphics, Bobby. Is that just like pixelated?
Like 16-bit.
Yeah. Like if you took that same concept, put it in a 16-bit game, I would probably play the shit out of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know what
maybe-
it is.
You
I
just
don't
probably
know.
appreciate the retro look more than like this retro aesthetic then.
Probably, yeah. Because like even like Prison Architect. Cameron, have you ever played Prison Architect?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's the greatest fucking game. Like that's that game where Bobby was saying like there's like always games where you're just like, oh, I can only play this much, and then it comes to that time you're like, I can do one more. Prison Architect is that game, except I play like free mode, so I have no goal, so I'm just building my prison and like trying to make my prisoners all go to solitary confinement for years. And I'll sit there and I'll play this fucking game for hours, and like legit, like that game is what taught me how many hours are like in 6 months and shit.
Yeah.
Because I would sit there and I would like type in like how long they would get for like murder and stuff like that, and they're in solitary for like months. Like if that prison was real, they wouldn't let that shit slide.
So, is there any like? Are you guys like kind of impressed? I'm like, I feel like this is kind of the trend with Nintendo. It was especially with systems. Like they just fucking sell out like all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like all the fucking time. Like no matter what the fuck is happening in the world out there, they always just sell out. And like
It-
I kind of expect that for the Switch, but I didn't expect to this degree. It was like within 2 days of the pre-orders being it was like within I think it was within like a couple like hours.
Yeah.
Actually, within the pre-order getting released for Switches, Nintendo Switches, like they were just fucking sold out, and they're still sold out to like even today. Like
Yeah.
they're not gonna be. Apparently, they're not being like reshipped or anything until they're not being shipped or anything until I think it's like April.
Yeah.
So
That's what they're saying. Supposedly GameStop was gonna have some, I think yesterday or something like that, but that was just a rumor.
yeah,
But I'm not surprised, man. Just
like
because Nintendo.
I'm not surprised either. I'm
this,
just impressed.
this,
I was like, huh.
yeah, this, especially with the Switch, they just did everything right. Like the launch title was fucking Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like they took it out. They're just like, all right, it's time to get in this fucking game.
Yeah.
And they really did it. And apparently everyone that has the Switch loves it.
Yeah. They
Like
really
there
like
hasn't
it.
been a complaint. Like I remember when the Wii and the Wii U came out, people were complaining about stuff like day one. Like this isn't what we expected. But the Switch, everyone's like, yo, it's dope. Breath of the Wild apparently is like one of the dopest games, which we'll be talking about next week on Double Kill with special guest Scott. Anyways, like I was saying, like everybody's loved it so far, and they got some killer titles, and they're still playing on your nostalgia by bringing back. Obviously, you're getting a new Mario, and then of course you got Street Fighter 2 back on a Nintendo. Like it's been a while since you had a Street Fighter on a Nintendo console.
Yeah.
And they're bringing back the OG fucking game. They're bringing back Number Dos
Mm-hmm.
with Violent Kin, which is Wife Beater Kin basically, and Evil Ryu, which is Wife Beater Ryu, and like that's just fucking dope. Like
Yeah. Like
I don't
that's like
know.
we played that actually in at PAX, and
That's right.
that was good. That was most good.
Really? It
Yeah,
was most
fun.
good.
I enjoyed it a lot.
See, I was actually wondering if we were going to talk about Legend of Dark Souls yet.
Legend of Dark Souls. Yeah,
I will-
that's what I heard.
I
Too.
will
People were
keep-
like, people really like it, but they said like, damn it, like this isn't like Dark Souls, like if this isn't roguelike, which is fine. I mean, it's a healthy formula. People enjoy it, and I enjoy it obviously, but it's. I didn't expect them to take that route, to be honest, but
It's
it works,
intense
so-
as shit.
whatever.
I can say that.
Huh?
I said it's intense as shit. I can say that.
I heard about like shit breaking a lot, like your weapons, like all weapons except for key weapons, like break.
Oh
shit.
yeah, like quickly.
Damn.
Yo, should I try Dark Souls 3?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
should. You
Should I
totally
s-
should. If
I
you're
can
gonna start
start
with
from
any of
3?
them, like only reason why I recommend you start playing, you play them in order, is because if you play 3, you're not going to play 1. Like if you play 3 and you try to go back and play 1, you're gonna be
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Like,
No.
and then 2 is not that bad. It's just there's what they do for weapon arts in the game is completely different from 3. But 3 is definitely the smoothest, and like I think personally like was probably the most fun out of all the Souls games. Like I'm not counting Bloodborne and Neo right now, but 3 is definitely like if I were to pick a Dark Souls game to play right now, I'd play 3. Like
Okay.
it's just fun. I have fun with it.
I might have to pick that up. I've just been I don't know, I've been playing a lot of games lately. Like I recently bought Marvel Superheroes on the PS1.
Yeah.
I got it for $20 and like it's
Mm.
perfect condition, and I've been playing the shit out of that. And then I got ready to boxing round 2. I'm almost done with that. And then I'm going to start streaming Fight Night again. Shout out to all the Fight Night fans out there, cuz that game's fucking fun, and I almost finished my career.
Yeah.
I fucking love that game. I've actually been trying to complete more games, and I think I'm going to start streaming. I have a bunch of games on my PC I'm going to start streaming.
Yeah.
I got to start doing that shit, especially cuz Beat Cop is coming out. Boy, I already pre-ordered that bitch. March 30th, I'm going to be at home playing Beat Cop. Don't ask me about no podcast. Don't ask me to stream shit. I ain't trying to get no head. I ain't trying to do nothing. I'm trying to play Beat Cop.
Man, like that new zombie game that was coming out? Like I forgot what it was. It was basically a zombie game, and it was like the screen was like full of zombies. And it was like
Yeah.
the footage was like this guy running away. I saw the
Yeah.
actual gameplay for that, and I don't think that game's gonna do well.
Oh, why? Why do you think
Because
that?
just looking at it, it's impressive how many like enemies you can have on screen at once. But like the first game to do that was Dead Rising for the 360.
Mhm.
I mean, besides 99 Nights, like that was actually the dev game for Xbox 360 was like, look how many enemies we can have on the screen at once.
Was it
You know?
DayZ or Days Past?
Yeah, I think it's Days Past or something like that. But like,
Okay.
I saw the gameplay footage for it, and it looked okay. It looked like it'd
Mm-hmm.
be more fun if you had people with you,
Mm-hmm.
but just the solo gameplay, it just looked like a bunch of just literally like it was just you running around from this big amoeba like group of zombies that just kind of conformed around buildings and shit. And that is impressive. Like the coding and everything like that is impressive because the AI is cool, but it just seemed like it would get old after a while. Like,
But
because that kind of seemed like the main aspect of the game. So there's not a lot of zombies around. There's not like a horde of zombies around like at all times, like chasing you. I'm like, what else are
yeah.
you gonna be doing? So
But isn't that kind of like the problem with most zombie games?
exactly,
It's like that shit gets old
it just
after
gets
a
old.
while.
You
Yeah,
just
like-
lose the pressure. Like,
Yeah,
you get to the
Like,
point
it's like-
that
it's like-
you aren't worried about diving into a fucking gigantic crowd because you're just gonna walk out.
yeah. It's like it's like if you're playing a horror game. It's like you play a horror game. The first time you play the fucking game, you're like, oh fuck, this is like if you never play, you don't look anything up of it. You play on your own. Most likely, you probably are gonna get scared. Let's look at a good series for that example. That's Dead Space. Dead Space 1 and 2. Like those games, like you probably will get scared the first time you play through it because they're scary games. Like we'll say that. Like there's times where after I'm like, oh shit, and, like I fucking yelled and shit like that. But when you play through them again a second time on New Game Plus, and like you have all your weapons that you carry from the last playthrough, the pressure is like a lot less. Like yeah, there's generally parts like oh fuck, this part is so scary, but it's like you get used to it. And I feel like with zombie games, it's just like
It's the
with
same.
that one in particular, I feel like the pressure would be up immediately after like maybe a couple hours because you're just like you kind of get used to the fact that okay, there's no zombies around, there's not a pressure. Like yeah, there'd be tense moments where you're having to run. You're probably having friends if it's multiplayer, especially like yeah, you've got a lot more fun that way too. But if it's just a single player standalone game, then it's just like oh, okay, it's like what's that game Easy that you really like the zombie game?
State of Decay.
Yes, it's like State of Decay. It's like once you play it for a while and you get used to the enemies in the game, and you find out that like you're basically not invincible, but you're basically fucking like invincible in a car until it breaks
Yeah.
down,
Yeah.
and you get your like teammates leveled up and they can just fend for themselves. It's like the pressure gets off, It's like one of
Yeah.
those things. But I feel like that aspect can be revamped if you're playing with friends. Just
Mhm.
because there's someone else there to experience it with you.
And you would play on that whole like thing that from the zombie genre that really is supposed to be the Left 4 Dead aspect where it's like
Yeah.
you don't want your friend to die.
Exactly. That's where the pressure was on because like there was always like because I feel like the whole horde of zombies thing in the game like all the time like it's just like a constant threat. It's like okay, there's zombies or there's not zombies. And Left 4 Dead like they have zombies sure, but they have the special zombies that like add in flair and shit like that. And if they kind of add in special zombies in the big like game that like we're talking about, and that like I don't think that would kind of work actually, just because it'd be like a fuck ton of zombies already sprinting towards you, and you have like a zombie that flies or some shit. That'd be really dumb.
Yeah.
But it's like in Left 4 Dead, you have like tanks, and like tanks are just fucking like okay, I can actually get really fucked up right now. And it was all about like you trying to survive with like your three buddies, whatever. And that's what the pressure was. It was you making sure that every single one of you guys like made it there alive, while not running into all the special infected or like not getting killed by tanks or blown up or whatever. So, but in this
Yeah.
game, I don't know. Just you guys can go check out the gameplay video for it if you want. It just seemed like after a while, it just seemed like okay, this looks okay. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, that's kind of one of those games that really wants me to is really pushing me to pick up a PS4. Like I really I love that genre, the zombie genre, but we've talked about this on Double Kill. Like that genre's been beat to death.
Yeah,
The
it
only
really
thing
has.
that I think this game can maybe do that I feel like a lot of zombie games haven't done properly is make the zombies be able to like break through shit, like other
Oh.
than windows.
Oh yeah, no, they
Like-
can. They can.
Oh, they
it's like-
can?
Yeah, it's like after like of course you can lay down obstacles in front of you, but I believe it's like unless you like barricade a certain entrance, like fully, I think after a certain amount of time they just like eventually just like work their way through like the fucking wall.
See
'Cause
that
there's
that's
so many.
okay.
So like that part was cool. Like that's the part of the aspect that I was like, oh okay, this looks pretty decent. But then like
Yeah.
the parts where you're just running constantly, and
Yeah.
it just I don't know if it was just for the demo that they were showing, but like it was literally like one shot per zombie like anywhere. So like, he
Yeah.
wasn't getting headshots. It was just like him shooting a zombie like in the stomach and it would like die. And I was like, okay, that's kind of dumb, but
That is
whatever.
dumb.
But
That defeats the purpose of zombies, unless they're
Maybe it's
just
hard
like
difficulties or something. And
or
like,
unless it's like you know those like when you because the other zombies are running, he's just shoot him in the stomach, it stuns him, and then the other ones just kind of like fall.
I don't know,
Maybe.
but it just looks like they all die after one shot or so.
That kind of blows.
Yeah.
See, a game where the intensity didn't really die for me. 7 Days to Die.
I
If you
played a
guys
little bit
have
of
played
that, and
What is
I
that?
played with a couple buddies, and I didn't have enough time to get like into the game, but it was fun for the amount that I
It's
played.
another one of those Minecraft survival kind of clone games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the forever hell of beta access.
Yeah,
Oh, this was a
But
Steam game.
It turned out into a really good game. They put a released version on the consoles,
Oh.
and the console version is like 5 or 6 updates behind.
yeah,
Oh,
it
wow.
totally is. It fucking is so behind.
But
I
that
have it,
game,
actually.
it never lost intensity. Like, zombies can tear anything out from under you. They could destroy any bit and piece of a house.
Yeah.
There's blood moons that make them more intense. Like, we had a little lake house just out in the middle of the lake up on stilts. We figured that would be safe because, you know, zombies walk along the bottom. They swim, or they can't swim or anything like that.
Mhm.
Blood moon happened and jumped in the water just for shits and giggles to look. There's about 45 of them, and I kept hearing breaking noises. They were tearing the stilts out from under the house to sink
Oh
the
my
entire
God.
house. And that was just one of those moments in the game. It was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I
Yeah.
do? What the fuck do I do?
Damn, dude. Yo, we should play that game. What's it called? 7 Days to Die?
7 Days to Die.
Yeah.
Yo, we should play that game on the PC cam. Me, you, Scott, and then we're gonna
I can
have a
get it
couple
too.
new guests. Hey, Bobby can get it too. Have Bobby on the PC too, and I think we're gonna have. I don't want to give names out yet, but because
Don't give names out. We'll be
Okay.
surprised.
yeah. So you might know these people, you might not, but they might be streaming with us and joining on the cast pod.
Shit.
But yeah, I mean, unless you guys got something else to say, I think we'll just go ahead and end this here. Seems like a
Yeah.
pretty good spot. Be on the lookout for our streams and shit. My Twitch thing is Zeke the Zombie. Bobby's is Punch Guru. Cameron, what's yours?
Das Manatee.
We will
Das
have
Manatee.
all these linked anyways. So
Yeah.
if you forget, we'll have them linked inside
Yep.
Facebook.
Yep, and they all of ours are hosted on Team Double Kill's Twitch as well. And like Bobby said, we're gonna post all that. Mark had to leave. He had the runs, so he had to go poop. So you guys keep Mark in your prayers because he's pooping a lot. And yeah, catch you motherfuckers later. Bye.
Peace.